little more intense, particularly that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Nittany Lions will put total leather and will get started. And he's coming out of the end zone. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Indiana's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll go to the ground. Looking for room at the 25. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And the Hoosiers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your red.
Turning it on! Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella getting the football.
And this was looking like such a promising opening drive of the game. They had it down close. They tried to run the ball there on 3rd down, didn't get it. So now's decision time for the head coach. Do you want to pay this thing off and go for it, get aggressive here, trying to capitalize and score a tutty on the first drive of the game?
He's trying to get it in. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana!
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions offense will try to get something going with their first possession. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways. And Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You could tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's going to take off. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
We really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference play. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Well, I guess they call it a free safety for a reason. He was free to do a little ad-libbing there.
And most of the time, you have that guy in the middle of the field kind of reading the quarterback's eyes, playing the quarterback. You could tell he was dialed into the quarterback, saw him, saw he was taking off, went to him, got him on the ground.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes a grab past the marker. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed...
Oh, he's just continues to fight for yards. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
The Hoosiers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Trying to set up the screen. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Still on his feet at the 35. Thrower presence at the 37.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
Well, they were trying to go RPO. The quarterback decided not to hand it off, and the pass rush just swallowed it up. They got to him so quickly, knocked the ball out, and jumped on it.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. They'll try to get outside. Got the first down, looking for more. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap, finding open area. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard games just because of the body blow effect.
And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. First play of the period, first down here. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Indiana! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20 to nothing, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Dynasty Lions going back to work on offense now. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Look out, he's got room. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. And the Nittany Lions racing to the line in a hurry up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
I know it's early in this game, but, man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
They'll leave it with him. Nice move there. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
And the Hoosiers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to the air on second and short. Got it in the middle. It's McFadden. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14. Wants to go up top on first down. Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Touchdown, Hoosiers! A great catch and run for 6.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Washington State is ahead right now, but the school that nearly saw Ryan Leaf win a Heisman back in the day still has some work to do. They're up by 10 over Kent State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Rolls it in. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. When you're dealing with the big tight end, you better get a bunch of hats around the football.
And here's the thing, Reese. These used to be big, slow tight ends. Now these guys are absolute freaks. They're so good. You can split them out wide. You can put them in the formation. They can do so much. And you see after the catch, hard to get to the ground.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's McFadden.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
The Hoosiers line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. He might want another play. Off the play fake. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Indiana! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Finds his tight end. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down. The Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. Hauls it in, looking for space. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back. And some room to work. Got enough for the first down. Wide open on the right. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quick strike complete. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Nittany Lions in the hurry up. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they can put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Go into the locker room with some good juices, some good vibes, and momentum can switch a game in a heartbeat. But this offense hasn't had much to cheer about yet. That play gives them one play. Now let's go build on it and make something happen before the half.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Wide open downfield. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Swings it out to the flat. Hard running there. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Timeout, Penn State.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. Dead center perfect. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Happy Valley. And talk about a 1st half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in State College, PA.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Hoosiers will kick it away to start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Nothing went right in that 1st half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this 1st drive for the offense.
Yeah, the 1st possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
What a great response by this defense. You give up the big play. What do? You respond right back. You get upfield, get to the quarterback, get the negative play, and get the momentum right back.
Makes the grab, and they'll knock him down.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
He'll keep it himself. It's a fumble! And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Trying to keep the drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Jumped the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll be brought down.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable, be confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on film.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the RPO, complete. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. The Hoosiers are flying down the field.
And 1st down for the offense.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's McFadden. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
So now it's 2nd and long. Let's go! This time they'll go to the running game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Finds his big tight end. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line.
And had they not picked up that 1st down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Might be changing the route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's McFadden. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. And this almost feels like a free play on 2nd and inches. 3 wide receivers to the right. Moving out of the pocket. Pulls it in. And they just can't square him up, and he gets down to the 36.
All right, defense, you know coming into this game you're playing a fast quarterback. You know it's not going to be easy getting him on the ground. You got to start thinking about how you're pass rushing. You know, rushing right up the middle and allowing him to get outside, it's going to be a tough task.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. They just keep firing. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Man down on the... The officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Hoosiers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They try to get it outside on the left. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life in this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Makes the grab. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
They're trying to slam it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Indiana! These guys wanted to make a statement. The statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. Defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like...
Makes the catch down the right side. Running free. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Once he got some room, it was over.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Goes to the option. Now the toss. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Bettis. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. The 20. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. We reach the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So first down, we'll open up the final period. The give to the tailback. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Power football with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hoosiers! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Scrambling away. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled. The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. Just needs a crack to get a return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Caught in the backfield. It's Owens. There he goes. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
At the 46-yard line. First down for the offense.
The Hoosiers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Quarterback may change this route. To the air. It's Bettis. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And that's why, as a defense, you can stay in your base personnel because of that linebacker. You don't have to substitute DBs to take on these receivers out in space. This linebacker is quick, he's athletic, and he is outstanding tackling people in the open field.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. And the Hoosiers are rolling down the field.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
The Hoosiers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run play action. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
And the Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. They're working that left side. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd and short, what they like 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. A great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
He's got it. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give as they work on that clock. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that...
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Jacksonville State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Gamecocks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Liberty. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. And the Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. That's reeled in. It's Fleming. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all three phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them in the rankings, which is the only thing that matters at this point in the season. And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Complete on third down. He did not make it a stonewall on third down.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that third down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
Got his man downfield. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much?
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Barring complete catastrophe, David, this offense ought to be able to salt away this game.
Yeah, and unless you're playing in a different league, this one's over. Like, there is no three-point conversions and stuff like that you can get. So run the ball, make them use timeouts, Palmer, walk out here with...
Turning it on! Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Indiana.
The Hoosiers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Indiana.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Back has it. He's going for the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little